Hey everybody, welcome back to Through the Woods 360. Today we are going to make something for you or show you how to make for yourself. We've had a couple of warm days here in the past couple of weeks and we all get spring fever. So we're going to show you how to make something that is really cost effective. We have about $15 in our supplies and we're going to show you how to make something that you can use in the woods, at the campsite, on your patio, on your deck. We're going to show you how to make some homemade barbecue sauce. Stick around.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, the first thing we're going to do is we have, in this blender, we have 3 toes of garlic, what we call toes, cloves, whatever, you know, the individual pieces of garlic. So we have 3 of those in here. 2 if they're big, but ours were on the medium to small size, so we put 3 in here. Now, if you like garlic, certainly put more in. It's all to your taste. We also have 1 medium yellow onion, not a sweet onion, just the kind you buy in the 3-pound bag. And we're going to blend this up into a slurry. So we're going to dump, I've got just about 4 ounces of water here. And I don't even know that I'm putting all that in there because I only want enough to make this into a slurry. So we're going to blend this and I'm going to cover this. I apologize if that was too loud. I covered my mic, so hopefully it was okay. And we're going to take this, and we're going to dump it into this pot. Gino,
Yes,
bring
ma'am.
that over here and get a shot of this pot so we can tell them what we
sure
have in
will.
this pot. Now, y'all are going to think I'm crazy, but I swear to God, it's good, and this is how it works. We have in this pot 1 7-pound can of ketchup. I don't care what kind of ketchup you use. I think this was actually Hunt's. So it's 7 pounds. So we're going to add our onion and garlic slurry to this pot. And all this is going to cook. And I'm not sure we're going to get to show you how to can it tonight, but that'll be in a canning video anyway. You can catch up on that later.
Just a water bath can like you would do for jelly or tomato juice.
Exactly.
Or anything else.
Anything.
And if y'all, not sure where y'all are watching from, but if you're watching from the St. Louis area, this is going to be really, really close to Mall's barbecue.
And that's what we're used to around here. So this tastes like barbecue sauce to us. This is what the taste of it is tailored after. So we have the medium onion and the 3 medium, 2 large cloves of garlic, a 7-pound can of ketchup, and then we have 1.5 cups of white vinegar. And I'm thinking we're going to be pretty full by the time we get done with this.
That's going to be well represented.
You ain't kidding. Okay, we have...
I'm sure it'll cook down just a tad.
Oh, I'd imagine. We have a 1/2 cup of Worcestershire sauce, and a tablespoon of A1. That goes in next. And then we have a tablespoon of coarse ground black pepper, and a teaspoon of garlic powder, and a teaspoon of onion powder.
That sounds like a really good mix.
Then I don't know if y'all know, but I'm not sure if all barbecue sauces do, but at least what we have around here, the secret ingredient is molasses. So we have 2 cups of sorghum molasses. Now, if you use blackstrap molasses, it's going to be a little different because blackstrap tastes different than sorghum.
Way more bitter than sorghum.
Yes. So I would recommend the sorghum molasses unless you really want that bitterness.
Super bitter flavor.
If you want that bitterness in your barbecue sauce, which most people don't, you know, barbecue sauce is kind of sweet.
Right.
But it's all up to you. But we use sorghum. This is actually bought at the store. The last time I did it, I used some that actually was made at a farm show where they took the sorghum and squeezed it and got the juice and boiled it down, but it tastes similar. This is a little stronger.
I believe this is grandma's brand.
This is grandma's, yes.
Which is good molasses.
Okay, so I've got my ketchup, my vinegar, my molasses, my Worcestershire sauce, my A1, my coarse ground black pepper, garlic powder, my onion, and my garlic. And the only other thing that goes in here is 2 cups of packed brown sugar. And I'm going to try to do this without,
without making a big splash.
Without making a mess. There we go.
Well, you did good on the first cup.
Yep.
And, oh, yeah, you got this.
Okay, now all we're going to do is I'm going to mix this in here with this, and I'm going to turn a flame on. We don't want it real high. We don't want to burn anything, but we need to melt that sugar and the molasses, get the molasses mixed in along with the ketchup and the vinegar, and then we need to cook it long enough to rehydrate these spices. You could certainly do this from your garden tomatoes and make your own ketchup first. And, you know, cook your own ketchup and actually cook all this stuff down along after you cook your tomatoes down. But I've made ketchup before, and it's a lot of work to make ketchup, quite honestly. For as cheap as you can buy ketchup, I can buy, you know, a bottle of Hunt's ketchup for $1, and I find it hard to stand there around those tomatoes. When I can use those tomatoes for a lot of different things, I find it hard to actually make ketchup out of it.
Yeah, like slicing up and eating on a pork fritter.
Yeah. But I'll tell you what, you guys, this barbecue sauce is amazing. If you like Mall's sauce, it's kind of like Mall's Sweet and Mild. It's not like their original. It's real close to their Sweet and Mild. But if you like Mall's barbecue sauce, which is a vinegar-based sauce, you know, the vinegar's in it. It certainly isn't like Stubbs or Sweet Baby Ray's.
See if I can zoom in there less, because that pot looks really good.
It looks like a big pot of Mall's barbecue sauce already. Look at it.
Yeah.
We're going to turn this burner on, and we are going to turn this a little higher to get it warm to start with, and then we're just going to turn it down, and we're going to let it simmer.
Looks really good.
We're going to let it simmer, but I'll tell you what. This is awesome on ribs, cutlets, smoked pork, chicken. It's good on all that. Anything you use barbecue sauce on, it's really, really good. Simmer because our onions and our garlic were raw. So, and after it cooks a little bit, you're going to want to give it a taste and see how it suits your taste. Onion and garlic, not every onion has the same flavor. Not every garlic is strong, so you want to taste it and go from there. And we're doing pretty good, but I need a little more garlic. And this is to your taste. So the beginning of the recipe is just a place to start because everyone's taste is different, and I probably added another teaspoon of garlic. Probably going to add about another teaspoon of onion. And when you use powdered spices, they have to cook as well because they're dried and ground, so they still have to rehydrate. So we're going to add this in here, and I'm going to stir it up really good. And then we're going to let it simmer a little bit more, and we're going to taste it here in just a little bit. But you know, you might decide that you want it a little sweeter, or maybe you want something hot. You know, Gino likes hot stuff.
I do.
So you just don't know. But what you can also do is,
and if you want to cook up smaller batches, obviously you can.
You could, yes, you could certainly cut it down in half or
cut
a quarter,
it in half and make one sweet, mild, and one hot. You know, whatever.
Or you can always add to this later. This is just a basic sauce, so you can always add to this later. Whatever you want to put in here, it doesn't. This is your basic sauce. Just like you go to the store and you buy a bottle of it, and then you season it up however you want it. But you could, if you're doing it for yourself, or if you know you normally buy like smoky sauce, you could put a little liquid smoke in here. Be careful with the liquid smoke. If you get too much, it gets bitter tasting. So it's like licking the inside of a chimney.
True. Or you can just use a smoker or a Weber kettle and get natural smoke flavor.
Exactly. But if you like that smoke in your sauce, you could do that. You could make this into a honey barbecue and add a little more honey into this and give it that honey, and that honey barbecue is a real sweet, sticky kind of. But what you can do is you can take a pint of this out after you can it and dump it in a pot, heat it up, and then add your honey, or then add your smoke, or whatever else you want. Maybe some more onion. Maybe you want more onion in it. You could add some more onions in it. Cook your onions in a pot and then add it to it. This is just a basic sauce, a basic sweet, tangy, vinegar-based sauce. So we're going to let that go.
I'll tell you that.
We're going to let that go. I know. And to think you made it out of ketchup, it's amazing that you can add those couple of things to it and it right away, even before you get your onion and garlic cooked and all the flavors mesh through, it already tastes like barbecue sauce. It's awesome. And it's so easy, so cost effective. So we're going to let this cook just a little bit more. Okay, you guys, so we got 8 pints plus almost another pint we've got in a quart jar that's just going to go in the fridge when it cools. But we processed these for 15 minutes in our water bath canner that we old school people call them cold packers. But we're going to take these out and set them out on this towel and make sure that we don't get them too close together, because you don't want them to cool too fast. There it is. Not bad for just, I don't know, a couple hours by the time we mixed it up and cooked it and canned it. Try it out. If you like barbecue sauce and you like Maul's barbecue sauce or any other vinegar-based barbecue sauce, try it out. You can cut it in half and only make 4 pints and see what you think and adjust it from there. But I'll tell you one thing, we love it.
Yeah, and if you're going to use it right away, you certainly don't have to can it.
That's right. Okay, guys, until next time, y'all take care and we'll see you soon.